Hello, and welcome to the 2012 North Central Natural Bodybuilding Bikini Figure Championships. We're in St. John, Indiana. We're your hosts. I'm Corinne Perro, IFPA Pro in Women's Bodybuilding, and this is my husband, Jason Perro.
We have competitors of all ages, ranging from 19 to 60 years old. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great show. Now, we're going to be starting off with the women's competition, bikini, figure, and bodybuilding. And Corinne, since you're a professional bodybuilder,
Yes.
can you kind of tell us what it takes to kind of get to this point, to the stage, to a show?
Yeah, so the stage portion of everything is really that's 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes of the entire journey. But the journey as a whole is anywhere from 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, or in some cases it's a lifestyle. So you're living and breathing this sport. You're dieting, you're training daily, you're counting macronutrients, and you're making sure you're eating as healthy as possible. It's a journey, and it's something that no one can understand unless they've gone through it. So, your family members have to put up with you when you're going through this. Husbands, wives, kids, parents all have to put up with your mood swings and the attitudes that comes along with you being hungry and tired. But you keep pushing. You keep pushing until you get on the stage. And then when you're on stage, that's ultimately your final reward.
Looks like things are getting started. Mrs. Jan Rowlett has made her way to the stage, so let's kick it over to her and let the flexing begin.
Our first division to the stage is called the Bikini Division. So, let's get those bikini girls ready to go.
So we're starting with our bikini competitors.
First competitor to the stage with that bikini music rocking will be Ashley Leahy. Ashley is from Columbus, Ohio. She's 27 years old. She's a nurse practitioner and a nursing professional.
She has a really nice look to her, really nice midsection. She's a nice overall package. One of the things that bikini competitors do is they do what's called a T-walk. They walk kind of up towards the crowd, then they turn right and show the right side of the audience their physique, and they turn around and go back to the other side. It's just so the judges can get a good look at all parts of them, basically.
It actually does have a nice package. And with bikini, we're not looking for a specific level of muscularity or leanness, but more an overall healthy look and toned body.
Let's hear it for Ashley Leahy. Now this is an energized audience. Our next competitor to the stage is Mandy Hill. Mandy is from Indianapolis, Indiana. She's 31 years old. She's a mental health therapist and personal trainer. So she can actually do the psychology with her clients as they're telling her all her woes. She would like to thank her team coaches.
And presentation plays a big factor in this as well. As you can see, you'll see if these ladies have really fun suits on, their hair is down, their makeup is perfect, they have on bracelets. And one of the things about Mandy is she has really great symmetry just from looking at her.
Yeah, looks like Mandy has just the right amount of muscularity on her without being too grainy and vascular looking.
Mm-hmm. If she was too grainy and vascular, that would move her towards figure or bodybuilding, which will come up later.
Our next bikini competitor is Katina Headley. Katina is from Brownsburg, Indiana. She's 34 years young. She's a personal trainer and mother of 2. She has a passion for fitness and health and wants to be a good role model for her 2 girls and family. She enjoys spending time with her family and spending time on her fitness goals as well. Coaching and educating others to reach their goals are her passion.
And Katina, she's just looking at her. She seems to be carrying more muscle than the other 2 competitors we just saw, Ashley and Mandy, especially in her legs. She has a little bit more muscle in her legs than the other girls.
Yeah, you can definitely tell she's more muscular, even in her upper body, in her chest area, in her shoulders.
So it kind of depends on what the judges are looking for.
Our next bikini competitor is Lauren Richardson. She's from Warsaw, Indiana.
This is Lauren.
Lauren is 21, and she's a hairstylist and student, and she's a lady of just.
Lauren looks like definitely one of the
She wants to thank
leaner
her biggest supporter for
competitors
all that
today
she's accomplished, and that would
in the
be her
bikini
mom.
division.
Not too much muscle, but the muscle that she has, the body she has, is very lean.
Let's hear it for Lauren Richardson. Next bikini competitor is Christy Polster. Christy is from Merrillville, Indiana. She's 25 years old, and she's an oncology nurse. She's a ballet dancer, a teacher, a choreographer, and a head cheerleading instructor for the National Cheerleading Association. She would like to thank her mom.
Christy looks good as well. She's not as lean as the other girls. She has a softer look, but she still looks good.
I have to say, I really like Christy's stage presence. She had a nice smile, and I liked her walk.
Yeah, and that's a big part of this presentation. Just the walk, being comfortable on stage, smile. It's all a part of their overall score.
Making it possible for her to be here today. Let's hear it for Christy Polster. And I will need my trophy awards presenter, and I'm going to need my bikini competitors all back out on stage for some awards.
So now they're going to bring all the bikini competitors back out for awards. There's a lot of different bodies up there. Some are more muscular than others, some are leaner, some softer. So it kind of just depends on what the judges are looking for, honestly, on this particular day.
My awards presenter is Nellie Richardson. Okay, ladies, if you'll just raise your hand when I call your name, then Nellie will place you where you need to be. In fifth place, Christy Polster.
So Christy's fifth place. She, like I said earlier, she was just a little softer than the other girls. Maybe the abs weren't as defined as all the other girls.
In fourth place, Katina Headley.
Tina, she has great legs, I think.
She has beautiful legs,
Yeah,
but
maybe just
a little bit too much muscle for the bikini division, probably.
She could probably do really well in figure.
In third place, Lauren Richardson.
Lauren gets third, and her midsection, her abs are just ripped.
Awesome.
So those are figure abs, maybe a little bit too ripped for bikini.
In second place, Ashley Leahy.
And then our second place finisher is Ashley.
And in first place, Mandy Hill.
Mandy got first.
And Mandy Hill got first.
So in general, bikini is just a softer look. The judges aren't looking for striations. They're not looking for extreme cuts in the body. They just want a nice, soft, yet toned look.
And what I'd like you to do is strike a pose for the camera.
And like you were saying, too, posture, confidence, stage presence, skin tone, complexion, your suit, your makeup, your hair, all that is involved with your scoring.
Right. And then that kind of goes along with the Best Bikini Competitor Award. All this contributes to their score, their look, their walk. And they diet and train just like other competitors as well.
So Mandy wins Best Bikini Presenter as well. And that might have helped her edge out Ashley Leahy, who got second place.
Mandy Hill. Thank you, Mandy. Now, do I have a Best Bikini Presenter Award? Okay, I need you to go ahead and step off. Don't let any of the bikini girls leave. And do I have a Best Bikini Presenter? Oh, Mandy, get back out here. I didn't know that. You are Best Bikini Presenter. All that practice, that's right. Congratulations.
I'm here with Mandy. You just won bikini. My goodness.
I am very excited and totally surprised, honestly.
I mean, you got some hardware in your hands?
I do. This is my first time, so.
First show.
Great first experience.
Okay, the next category we're going to have coming to the stage is going to be the figure.
So figure's coming up next. So you'll notice that the girls in figure look a little different than our bikini competitors. They're going to carry more muscle. They're going to be leaner. They're going to have striations.
I have Michelle Buxani. She's from Schererville, Indiana. She's 31 years old, and she's an LPN. She's a full-time nursing student trying to achieve her ASN to continue on to her BSN.
They do a T-walk, just like the bikini competitors.
I'm a nurse, too, so there we go. I love quality time with family, leisure time, and I love to lift and run. Her fuel for fitness is in Schererville, is primarily working out at home and some insanity in P90X. She loves plyometrics. She would like to thank those who came to support her tonight, especially her boyfriend of 11 years and her son. She loves you both.
I want to bet Michelle is one of our tallest figure competitors today.
I was just thinking that as well. She's not carrying a whole lot of muscle. She could add a little bit more size, but in general, she looks really nice.
Michelle Buxani. My next figure competitor is Nikisha Nunn. Nikisha is from Indianapolis, Indiana. She's 38 years old, and she works in a probably very busy profession. She's a foreclosure prevention specialist.
Keisha has a very strong upper body.
Manny and Jen for their help, patience, and advice.
A lot of potential.
Nikisha Nunn. And our next figure competitor to the stage is Justine Anselone. Justine is originally from St. Louis, Missouri. She's residing in Manhattan, Illinois. She's 38. She works at Nelson Ridge Family Dental in New Lenox, Illinois. She's a mother of 3 beautiful teenage girls, stepmother to 3 more wonderful kids.
She looks like she's probably one of the leanest competitors in the entire show.
You can definitely tell Justine is a seasoned competitor.
Yeah, this isn't her first time on stage. She's very lean, very symmetrical.
Lots of vascularity in her arms and her midsection, her abs. And that's okay in the figure division.
And then honestly, everything about her just looks like she's knows what she's doing. Her poses, she has a constant relaxed smile on her face. I mean, and walking in 4-inch heels, that's kind of a big deal.
That doesn't look easy, Coop.
No, I've never done it.
Justine Anselone. I'm going to be bringing the figure girls out in 3 different categories for the rewards. So the beginner figure, I would like you to come out in no particular order.
Now we have the awards for the beginner figure,
That's coming up soon.
which would be Michelle and Nikisha.
Okay, this is beginner figure. You can only do this once. These are for girls who've never, ever done figure before. All right, in second place, Nikisha Nunn.
It's always great to see new competitors to get on the stage.
Mm-hmm. It's not easy to get on stage, so the first time is always the hardest.
And in first place, Michelle Buxani. Now, lady, if you'll just lay your awards down on the floor for a picture for the camera.
Both ladies have brought great bodies to the stage, but looks like Michelle came in a little bit leaner. That's why she edged out Nikisha for first place in the beginner category. But great job to both ladies for their first time on stage.
It's interesting, because Michelle is smaller, so it doesn't necessarily mean that the bigger person's always going to win.
Any pictures or cards are out at the ticket booth. Thank you, Michelle. Now we have a lone figure competitor you saw come out in the walk. She's the only one that is qualified to do the 35 plus. So let's see Justin Anselone.
Justine is the only competitor, but honestly, if she was competing against anyone else, she would hold her own with that body.
So she's told everybody she's over 35 now. The cat's out of the bag.
And with these figure and bikini and bodybuilding contests, it's you basically are competing against whoever shows up that day.
Mm-hmm.
And so if nobody shows up, you get the gold.
You get the gold, but you still have to train and eat and all that, just as if you're showing up against, the best in the world.
That's right, because you never know who's going to show up.
You never know who's going to show up.
Thank you, dear.
While you're training, there's other people that are training just as hard or harder.
Okay, and now I want to bring out the open figure girls. In no particular order, let's see Michelle Bixani, Nikisha Nunn, and Justine Anselone.
This is Open Figure Awards. Now, the beginners have to go up against a seasoned competitor, because in Open, it's anybody.
Anybody.
All ages.
In third place, Nikisha Nunn.
Again, with Nikisha, she has such a great physique, a lot of potential. If she were just to lean out just a little bit more, I mean, she could place up there really well. And
Absolutely. She's right there.
In second place, Michelle Bixani.
Michelle has a nice, long and lean physique. Like you said, she's one of the taller competitors.
And in first place, Justine Anselone.
And Justine is just lean as I don't know what.
Justine, you need to be in the center. You need to be in the center. There we go. No, in the center. There we go.
I'd love to see what Justine looks like in a couple years even. She's only going to get better.
You can go ahead and put your trophies down for a picture.
Yeah, she should be on a pro stage.
Yeah, I mean, she's a pro card waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Smile. Thank you, ladies. I'll have everybody exit, but Justine, you stay there.
And there's that best figure
Best
competitor award.
Justine
And again, just like with bikini, these girls' presentation, the walk, and being comfortable on stage, the smile, the hair, the nails, that's all a big part of their presentation score.
Congratulations.
And that also comes with experience, too.
Absolutely.
Justine has been to some of these competitions before, it looks like. So she knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of training in there?
Oh, yes, a lot of training, yeah.
Okay, now I noticed you have a significant other.
Yes, my husband is also competing here today, too,
Mm-hmm.
the men's bodybuilding.
We're going to have a female bodybuilder out here tonight. Her name is Shelly Plattner. She's from Indianapolis. She's 47 years young. She's a clinical therapist. She would like to thank all of Team Set, Jen and Dale, and her training partner, Tammy. Let's hear it for Shelly Plattner.
And that is because you yourself are a professional female bodybuilder, so I can understand that.
So it's always good
You're
to
biased.
see. It's always good to see women of muscle on stage, especially bodybuilding. There's so few of us.
I agree. You lose those heels and get out there and have fun.
And one of the things that's different is you'll see with bodybuilding, we pose to music. So we don't do a T-walk. We pose to music.
I like how it feels.
And we like when the audience claps for us, too.
That's right. You got to get involved. Sitting out there like bumps on logs. These people, all these competitors worked really hard to get here. Weeks and weeks of dieting.
Months and months of
dieting. Just for five minutes on stage.
Mm-hmm. So I'm so happy that she's here, even though she's the only competitor, but still, I'm sure she trained. I'm sure Shelly trained just...
I can do what I like.
You know you like the stage time. You like the stage time.
I gotta take it to
First place, Shelly Plattner. And she's not just a novice. She's also your Masters Women Bodybuilder and your Open Women Bodybuilder. She's got all kinds of hardware to go home with her tonight.
Yeah, even though she's the only competitor, that still is such a great accomplishment for her to be on stage and for her to train and to diet, not knowing who's going to show up, but just training as if she's competing against the best in the world.
There you go. Congratulations.
So that concludes our female competition. We saw bikini, figure, and women's bodybuilding. And now we're going to take a short 10-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to resume with the men's teen bodybuilding.
Shelly.
Hey.
You got some hardware in your hands.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
What is it?
First place in women's bodybuilding, women's novice, and women's open.
Wow. And this bodybuilding, you took it all.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Welcome back, folks, to the 2012 North Central Natural Bodybuilding and Figure Bikini Championships. I'm Jason Perro, and I'm here with my beautiful wife, Corinne Perro. And we just finished with the women's competition, figure, bikini, and women's bodybuilding. And next, we're going to start with the men's teen bodybuilding.
So a lot of shows, I'm not sure. Some shows break it up to where they have the women first, then the men second, and sometimes they combine the men and women in bodybuilding. I mean, but either way, this is just how this show is run. And I think I was really inspired by the bikini and the figure, and especially the women's bodybuilders, just seeing them on their stage. Some of their first-time competitors, some are seasoned competitors. I mean, regardless, getting on stage is a big deal. It's not something that happens all the time. Very few people do it.
Absolutely. It can be a very scary thing. I mean, because when you go up on stage, you're almost naked. I mean, you're in posing
naked.
You're posing trunks for men. You're in a suit that kind of looks like a bikini for women, but it's not a bikini. What's it called, Corinne?
Posing suit.
It's called a posing suit. And so when you're up there, you have to be dialed in because you can't hide anything when you're up there.
Our first teenage bodybuilder to the stage is Joshua Yanjanchek from Couts, Indiana. He's 19 years old. He's a personal trainer at Charter Fitness in Valparaiso. He would like to thank coaches Cliff and Katie Wilson for being the best coaches he could ever ask for. And his family for putting him up for the past 9 months. Let's hear it for Joshua Yanjetsky.
Like you were saying in the last segment, Corinne, with bodybuilding, women's and men bodybuilding, we do posing routines to music. So that's what you're seeing here. Joshua, teen bodybuilder, doing his posing routine.
And this is our way of showing our physique. So we do it to music. We have biceps poses. We have ab poses. Well, this is an ab pose he's doing right here. We've got back poses to show off our rear lats. And those are all to be incorporated in your posing routine.
All right, Josh.
Yeah, it's kind of freestyle. You can choose whatever poses you want. So you can choose the poses that best represent your body.
Right. That's a good point.
These guys are ripped and shredded. Our next teenage competitor is Matt Mason from Greenwood, Indiana. He's 19-year-old. He works at Mike's Express Car Wash, and he would like
if your triceps aren't your best or one of your best body parts, then you don't need to be doing 2 and 3 tricep poses in your posing routine, right? But if you have a nice back or a nice chest or something like that, then definitely want to show that off in your posing routine.
Now this kid, Matt, he's got some excellent abs to be so young.
And look at that smile.
You like that smile?
I do. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we bodybuilders, we also have to pay attention to stage presence as well. We can't just be up there frowning and cringing as if we would want to be someplace else.
That's right. You got to make it look easy when you're up there.
Yeah, and he does. And just the fact that these guys are so young and they're still so disciplined at this young age is a really great accomplishment.
Yeah. He's also got really good definition and thickness in his chest to be so young as well.
So just imagine him like 2-3 years from now.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good start.
Yeah.
All right, Joshua. Come on back out here, Josh. I need you and Matt back out here. Matt and Josh. Matt and Josh.
So these are only 2 competitors in the teen division. So Matt, obviously, his abs are kind of a money shot for him. And Josh is lean. He's lean. He's long and lean. But I just think Matt's just bigger.
In second place,
Maybe a little bit more developed.
Joshua Yanjacek.
which allowed him to come in first place.
Yeah, Josh definitely did his homework diet-wise. He came in very lean, like you said.
He diets with Katie and Cliff Wilson, and they always bring in the leanest competitors.
And in first place is Matt Mason.
But in this case, Matt, I think, was just bigger.
Yeah, Matt's size definitely did him well today.
Now, fellas, if you want to put your awards down on the stage and strike a pose, your favorite pose for the camera. I think I can tell you it'll probably be a crab.
Jan was saying crab. That's what Josh is doing on the right, a crab most muscular pose.
Mm-hmm. That's like the quintessential.
That's
right?
the most popular pose among males, yes.
Like even non-bodybuilders do that pose.
Basically,
if
you want to flex on somebody else, you do that pose to let them know that you're the boss. You're the boss, you're the king, all right?
Winner. So go ahead and strike another pose.
I'm going to ignore that.
I told you to be a crab.
If I do a crab right now, you can't ignore that.
Congratulations, Matt. And before I bring out the collegiate competitor, I see Joe Meyer over there with a whole bunch of shirts. You want to do something with those? I just had a feeling you felt like throwing.
IFPA Pro Joe Myers throwing T-shirts out to the crowd, using those muscles for good instead of evil.
Better arm than that. There you go.
Worked hard. You know, it's been a long summer dieting, tough training, and came out here first show and took first place.
First show.
Yep, first.
All right, now we're going to move on to the collegiate bodybuilding. Qualifying to be a collegiate competitor requires that you go to college. Our competitor is Brandon Wattis. He's from Westville, Indiana. He's 20 years old. He's a student at Valparaiso University. He would like to thank his parents and his girlfriend, Catherine, for putting up with him in this contest prep. Catherine, thank you for putting up with him. He would also like to thank his fellow competitor, Josh, and for his encouragement leading up to this competition. And Brandon would like to thank all of those who came to see him here today. Let's hear it for Brandon Wattis.
This is a collegiate competitor.
That's right. Brandon is 20 years old. College man.
You can't touch this.
Hammer time. Brandon, like our teen competitor, this college competitor has good size for his age. He really does. And if he keeps this up, he's going to be huge in a couple of years.
And he's starting early. He's only 20. And like I said before, to be 20 and to be this disciplined, in college, on a college campus, that's hard.
I mean, what do you do in college? I mean, every night somebody's ordering pizza in the dorm. Like,
absolutely.
Come on. You're smelling that? Let me get down on that. I got $5.
You said $5.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon, you can come back out here since you're a lone collegiate competitor, and Jeremy would be happy to give you an award.
So he's the only collegiate competitor, but that's okay. I mean, he obviously still worked very hard to get here, regardless, and you can't control who shows up.
That's right. He's taking home the hardware.
If you'd like to lay your award down for the camera to strike a pose for JS Photography.
Brandon Wattis.
Congratulations, Brandon. We're moving on to the Submasters men's bodybuilding now. The Submasters is ages 35 to 39. This next competitor should be Marshall Simpson. Maryville, Indiana, 39-year-old electrician. First and foremost, he would like to thank God, continuing to bless him and allowing him to stand here today. His wife for putting up with him and his dieting and working out each time. His friends and family who have always believed in him. And last but not least, don't take life for granted. Appreciate every morning, Marshall Simpson.
Now we're bringing Marcel Simpson to the stage. Now Marcel has a big upper body.
Mm-hmm. Very developed.
And wide at the top. That's good.
I gotta go. I put product in the street and sell quicker than weed.
His upper body is so big that it may be a little bit overshadowing his legs. And that may count against him in the symmetry category. And that his legs maybe need to be a little bit bigger
To match his upper body.
To more match his upper body, right.
And then, in turn, make him symmetrical overall.
Correct.
Put the whole world on the dope fiend, it's still leaning. How many years away from the game, they still fiending. My hustle and flow sound like Cinos. Smoke like a pound, hit the town like kilos. I bag it up and get it cracking in clubs. Go on tours like I'm trafficking drugs. Who want musical narcotics?
Look at striations in the chest.
He actually is a pretty good poser. Actually, all his poses were pretty crisp.
Thank you, Marshall.
A lot of these competitors work with posing coaches.
Now we'll have George Manny from Indianapolis, Indiana, 39-year-old personal trainer that would like to thank his family and friends and all the members of Team Set. Let's hear it for Manny.
Yeah, like you were saying, Corinne, posing is the part of your presentation.
Absolutely.
So if you don't know how to pose, you're going to lose points in that category.
Absolutely. I mean, the main point of posing is to show off your best assets, right?
That's right.
So if you can't do that, then what are the judges?
Manny is really good. He's really lean. He definitely did his homework diet-wise. And he has excellent overall size. He's just a big guy. You can tell when a guy is really lean because you will see a lot of definition in his legs. Usually legs are the hardest part to get lean, especially the back of the legs, which is Manny is showing you here, the hamstrings. You can see the individual muscles in the back of the leg. That's somebody who's really lean.
Yeah, legs are the hardest, and it's typically the last thing that comes in when you're dieting.
Okay, let's bring, I don't know what happened. What's Excalibur? Oh, okay. Marshall Simpson and Manny Ramirez, I need you back on stage.
Okay, so Marcel and Manny are coming out for the Submasters Awards. Again, this is ages 35 to 39.
Are you ready, Jeremy? All right, in second place, we have Marshall Simpson.
Marcel looked a little disappointed by that call, but he wasn't going to beat Manny today. I'm sorry. He's a big guy, but he wasn't going to beat Manny today.
And in first place, Manny Ramirez.
Yeah, his legs need to be a little bit leaner and maybe a little bit bigger. And overall, he needs to be a little bit leaner to compete with Manny. So I think that was a good call today. But great job to both gentlemen.
Strike your favorite pose. Good handshake.
So we have our winner, Manny Ramirez.
That's always good to see that.
One of the things that's just so impressive is his lats. Look at his lats.
And then I'll need one picture, Manny, by yourself.
The muscle beneath his armpits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you can see a guy's back muscles from the front, that's a big guy.
That's a big guy. That's a big deal.
Yeah, Manny definitely has some big back muscles.
Absolutely. He's just lean overall with the abs, chest striations.
Every time I win, I'm at a loss of word. I'm humbled. All that hard work and all these other guys go through the same thing I do, so it's hard not to recognize them. They all do the same thing I do. So.
Okay, before we move on to the 40-plus category, I need to pay a little tribute here to the expediter. He's been holding everything together. He's got more patience than anybody I know because he's hitting it from all ends. Raymond Crawford's the one that's making everything happen back there, so we need to give a hand for Ray. I think I'm going to take him home with me, so I'll have him for my show. Okay, men's bodybuilding, 40-plus. All these men are obviously over 40. So we're going to start off with Tom Montgomery from Toledo, Ohio. He qualifies because he's 60. He's a trainer and a drummer. He would like to thank the promoter for the support of natural bodybuilding. He would like to thank his beautiful wife of 33 years, Rudy, for putting up with him, and his amazing daughter, Carrie, for keeping an eye on him and being his biggest fan and his critical eye. Let's hear it for Tom Montgomery.
So this is the men's 40-plus category. But Tom is actually 60.
This man is 60 years old. And this goes to show you that the sport of bodybuilding is for all ages. It is never too early. We've seen teens, and it is never too late to get into bodybuilding.
And just living such a healthy lifestyle, I mean, it's obviously beneficial. Just look at him.
That bicep peak.
looks just happy to be up there, honestly.
That's one hard-working man right there. I hope I look that good at 60 years old.
Our next 40-plus competitor, I had to ask him his age, and I thought we were going to have to card him because I don't think he looks all of 15, but he says he's over 40, so he's probably a newborn. His name is Tony Poremski. He's from New Lenox, Illinois. He's 44. He's a computer engineer. He would like to thank his family and friends for all their encouragement and support. And thanks to Justine and Augie for helping him get ready for this. Let's hear it for Tony Poremski.
Continuing on in men's 40-plus bodybuilding, we have Tony Poremski.
Just comparing him to Tom, you know, he just seems to be a little leaner, maybe be holding a little bit more muscle than Tom today.
Absolutely.
I mean, Tom looked great, absolutely, you know. But Tony, I think, is just holding a little bit more muscle, especially in the upper body.
Yeah, the more muscles you can see, the more detail and the more separation between the muscles. That's beneficial for you in this sport.
Tony Poremski. This is the loudest audience I think I've ever heard. This is awesome. Okay, our next competitor is Augie Ancelone from Manhattan, Illinois. He's 41 years old. He's a construction superintendent. His first competition was last May in the All-Natural Illinois, placing first in the novice and masters and second in the open. And the Mr. Illinois only pushing him to train even harder for this competition. He would like to thank his wife, Justine, and his training partner, Tony, who are both competing here today. Their support and motivation helped drive him through this competition prep. He would also like to thank his friends and family who came to support him, and special thanks to his mother for teaching him the self-discipline and perseverance to succeed. Let's hear it for Augie Ancelone.
Look at this
No,
cat.
Augie's just big.
He said what? He said what? He's a construction supervisor?
Yeah.
I don't think he's supervising anything. He's down there
Throwing
on
boulders.
the line, lifting the boulders and bricks himself. He's like, no, guys, I got it. Y'all go and take a break. This guy's huge.
Yeah, I mean, he's carrying the most size of the men that have come out thus far.
It's all about the game, and how you play it. All about control.
And it's a little rare sometimes to see a guy that tall carry that kind of size still, muscular wise.
Typically, when you're tall, you're maybe longer and leaner. But in this case, Augie's tall, but he's carrying still a lot of size.
And I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bench from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I may lose.
Augie's pumped up too. You can tell he's charged up. He's cheering on himself as he poses. He's like, yeah, that was a good one. That's a big dude.
He's a big guy.
40-plus competitor to the stage is Casey Kaler from Belvidere, Illinois. Will be turning 51 October 2nd. He's a business development director for architecture and engineering firm and a part-time sportscaster. He would like to thank pastors Bob, Carl, Alan, and Mike for their spiritual mentorship, and to Jimmy, Donnie, Kevin, and all his friends at the Belvidere YMCA. Thanks to his brothers and mothers, Robbie Till and number 9, Vernon Peters. Thanks to Double D for their encouragement. 107 miles isn't so far after all. I think that's probably how far he went. To Duck Walter for his inspiration, to his mom and daughter for their love, and to Dave Yates for the plan to get him here. Most important, he would like to thank his Heavenly Father, who has taught him over the past 2.5 years. He alone is enough. Tonight in celebration and praise, he lifts his arms to the one who saves. Let's hear it for Casey Kaler.
I'm There's gonna be
Casey came out all smiles. This man's glad to be on stage. That's what's up. Having fun out there.
There's gonna be brighter days. There's gonna be brighter days. I just might have been, but
So he's another big guy, don't you think?
Yeah, he's got some size on him. Looks like he's incorporating a little dance in his routine, too. That's okay. As long as he's getting some posing in there, too, there's nothing wrong with that. There you go, shucking and jiving. Bring it back, bring it, yep. And pose, good. Casey's got some moves.
Just did his aerobics. That's having fun with your routine. Okay, our next and last 40-plus competitor is going to be Orlando Finney from Michigan City, Indiana. He's 41 years old. He's a CNA. He would like to thank praise and glory to his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for allowing him to have the life, health, and strength to be here tonight. He wants to take a shout-out to his brother in Christ, Shannon Monroe, and his lovely wife, Carol, to say thank you for all your help in preparing him for this show. And last but not least, he would like to acknowledge all of those from Team Wilson, competitors, and those in the audience. God bless, and I hope you enjoy my routine. Let's hear it for Orlando Finney.
So, I mean, we've seen Orlando compete in previous competitions,
Oh, yeah.
right? And you can see him backstage now just getting completely charged.
Getting pumped. Orlando always brings a lot of energy to the stage. That is something he won't let you down in. Bam.
I don't think I've ever seen an intro like that.
anything that you need, just get your eyes on the things that you see. Impossible. Only if you believe he specializes in doing big things. I can do impossible. Anything that you need, just get your eyes on the things that you see. I can do impossible.
Thank you all for that round of applause. I'm so glad that you came here. I want y'all to go beyond the stars. I don't mind if I change gears. I don't know what y'all came here for. I want y'all to look past me. Treat me like I'm invincible. Look at the one that you can't see. Look at me, I'm just flesh and bones. I speak life. Hopefully when I'm dead and gone, my legacy is I preach Christ. I know that's cliche.
Orlando brings a lot of unique poses to the stage.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting point. You don't necessarily have to do mandatory poses in your posing routine.
Orlando Finney.
So that is okay as long as you're doing some type of posing.
Okay, let's bring out all 5 of the 40-plus competitors in no particular order. I want to see Tom Montgomery, Tony Perimsky, Augie Ancelone, Casey Kaler, and Orlando Finney.
All right, so we're bringing out the top 5 Masters 40-plus competitors. This is 40 years and over.
Did you do the splits, Orlando?
Oh, that's why he dropped out of view. Yeah.
I was like, where'd he go?
Yeah, Orlando did a split in his routine.
In 5th place, Orlando Finney.
So it's obvious Orlando has the ability to get lean because he's lean here today. If he can just put a little bit more size on.
Orlando competes a lot in a lot of shows every year. He may need to take a year or 2 off to not diet as much, but eat a little more and put some more size on.
Absolutely.
That may help him out.
In 4th place, Casey Kaler.
With all the dieting, it's hard to gain muscle, almost impossible to gain muscle while you're dieting. So if you're constantly dieting, you're not gaining any muscle.
In 3rd place, Tom Montgomery.
Tom, one of my favorite competitors.
He's 60?
Yes.
60 years old?
Yeah.
That's right. He came in with the 3rd.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I mean, he beat someone who was, 20 years younger.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's inspirational in itself.
In 2nd place, Tony Perimsky. And in 1st place, Augie Ancelone.
And there's no surprises there.
Yeah, he's got the size.
First.
He's got the size. He's got the leanness. So he is a clear winner of the men's 40-plus category.
40-plus. Yeah, fellas. Put all your awards on the floor. If you'd put all your awards on the floor and get a little bit closer so the camera can get everybody in this picture. Strike a pose. Well, give yourself enough room so you can strike a pose. I mean, don't bump shoulders.
They're way too close right now, and they know it.
All that meat on stage.
They made it work.
Close.
Okay.
And then we'll get one picture with Augie by himself.
And we have a lot of categories today. We have the teen, you got collegiate, men's 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus, and so we're not going to see everybody's routine multiple times.
All right, congratulations, Augie. And we'll see more of Augie later.
So to save time, we just see each competitor's routine once, and if they're in multiple categories, then they'll bring them out for the final awards.
Dude, I'm stoked, man. I train hard for this award. I'm 41 years old. I got to keep up with these young guys, you know. So I had something to prove. All my young gym buddies are out on stage, and I had to show them how to do it tonight.
Man, you brought some energy out there.
Oh yeah, I tried. I worked hard for this, man. My wife and I are both in this competition. My best friends in this competition, and I couldn't be happier, man. This is the one I wanted.
Now, the next category, we've already seen one of the competitors do his routine in the 40 plus. We are now going into the 50 plus. So our next competitor to the stage is going to be Mr. Robert Adams from Cincinnati, Ohio. He's 58. He's a postal employee. He's the owner of his own embroidery business, a member of the 50-plus Brick House bodybuilding team. He works out at FitWorks Gym and at home. This is his sixth bodybuilding competition. Let's hear it for Robert Adams.
They call me the video villain, darling.
So next we have Robert Adams, Masters 50 plus years old. Coming out to some smooth jazz.
Cold-blooded movie star, baby. That's right. If you want to play my game, you gotta play to win, baby.
Man, all his moves are coordinated into the beat. I don't know if I can stay on beat like that. He is jamming up there.
I tried to be good, baby, but I had to play my game, 'cause the good guys never win. I'm still in your heart, lady. You got a brand new lead man, and everybody knows my name.
Is he okay? He's holding his stomach there.
Okay, I need to see Casey Kaler and Robert Adams back.
All right, so they're going to bring them both back out, right?
Yeah, Robert's coming back out. We'll see if he's all right. You can bring Casey back out. We saw Casey routine before, but this is the Masters 50-plus awards. Both these men, they're 50 years or older.
In second place, Casey Kaler.
This was an interesting call here.
Yeah, they both look at similar leanness. And actually, Casey's upper body looks a little bit leaner than Robert.
Right.
And in first place, Robert Adams.
But I think Robert has better symmetry. You know, his legs and his upper body are better sized, and he has more overall size as well.
If you'd put your hardware on the floor and strike a pose for the camera, that would be great.
So maybe that's why he pulled this one off.
And from a judging standpoint, in a lot of cases, when it's really close, the final, nail in the coffin is symmetry.
And then Robert will get one picture by
So
yourself.
if someone is more symmetrical, a lot of times they'll
You can do
come
it.
out
You've
with the
done all
win.
this working out to get here. There you go. Thank you, Robert.
Got a lot of good support around me. I work out with a bodybuilding team called Brick House Bodybuilding Team out of Cincinnati, Ohio, 50 plus. And we have a lot of fun, and we train together. And we just make sure we have a lot of fun and doing what we have to do.
And you keep coming back.
I keep coming back. I ain't got no choice. It's a lifestyle now.
And we've already seen the 60-plus. He came out here and competed against the 40-plus guys. So let's see Tom Montgomery, our 60-plus competitor, come out here for an award.
He's coming back out. He's in another category, Masters 60-plus.
I do. I just think it's absolutely amazing that to maintain this level of
Look at those abs.
health and muscularity at 60 years old.
Right. Look how lean those legs are.
Yeah. I think
that upper body.
It's very inspirational.
Congratulations. Strike a pose. Give him a big pose.
So Tom is the only member of the Masters 60-plus category, so he automatically takes home first place in that category.
All right.
So that's a second award for him tonight.
These people love to get out here. And do you see them ever in front of a mirror? They just stop and look at themselves and start posing?
Got himself a third place in Masters 40-plus and first place in 60-plus.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, we're going on to the novice men's bodybuilding competition. We've already seen 4 of these routines. So we've got one routine to see, and that's going to be Mr. Bob Morawski from Schererville, Indiana. He's 34 years old. He's a purchasing agent for Midwest Custom Case. He'd like to thank his family and friends for their support, especially his wife, Jackie, who inspires him to work hard and be his best at all times. He loves you. Let's hear it for Bob Morawski.
This is Bob Morawski.
This is novice men's medium category. Novice being a competitor that has never won an overall title. So kind of beginning bodybuilders.
And Bob here, he's a big guy. If he leaned out a little bit more.
Yeah, he definitely has some size on him.
Yeah, he absolutely has size.
But yeah, if he leans out more, he will be able to bring forth more of those striations and cuts in his muscles that we can't see as much right now, but we can definitely tell he's got some size on him. But hey, he's a novice. That's what it's all about. You come here, you learn, you build on that.
One of the things that is encouraged is that you talk to the judges after the show so you can learn about the things that you can work on.
Absolutely.
Being leaner, getting more size, bringing the legs up, bringing your back up, weak points.
All the stuff we're talking about right now, it's going to be on their scorecards.
Correct.
And they can get those scorecards at the end of the competition.
And I strongly, as a competitor myself, I suggest you do get your scorecard.
Thank you, Bobby.
Just so you can see what you can work on.
So in no particular order, I need to bring out the top 5 in the men's novice bodybuilding. Let's see, Matt Mason, Manny Ramirez, Tony Perimsky, Orlando Finney, and Robert Morawski, I guess known as Bobby. You ready, Jeremy? All right. In 5th place, Robert Morawski.
And Bob gets 5th place. And I guarantee you, once he gets a little leaner, he will not be in 5th place again. He will be higher than that.
In 4th place, Orlando Finney.
Orlando, always lean and energetic. Gets 4th place
place
in men's novice.
In 3rd place, Matt Mason.
Matt Mason, the guy with the nice smile.
Between Manny and Tony, who's it going to be?
Who's it going to be? In 2nd place, Tony Perimsky.
Yeah, Tony's lean.
He's lean. He's just a little smaller, though.
Just doesn't have the size that Manny has.
In 1st place, Manny Ramirez. And if you guys would go ahead and put your hardware down and strike a pose for this class category, that'd be great.
That was our novice men medium. Manny wins that class.
And Manny, we have one with you by yourself, so I think we're good.
The more I see you, the happier I am. That means I'm having a good night.
You plan on coming back and seeing me again?
Oh, I plan on coming to see you a couple more times. Hopefully.
All right.
Now we're going on to the tall guys, the novice men's tall division. We have one routine to see in this division. It's Danny Helfrich from Indianapolis, Indiana. He's 27 years old. He's a personal trainer at Anytime Fitness. Special thanks to Jen and Jesse Dell, Manny Ramirez, and all of Team Set for their support and encouragement. Let's hear it for Danny Helfrich.
Look at Dan's quads. I could see it before he even came out.
Yeah, he's got some big quads. He does. Yeah, a lot of guys go to the gym and they work only the body parts they can see. which is their upper body, their chest, their biceps, flexing in the mirror, but they neglect their legs, you know. You can't see those under your shorts as much or in your pants, or they just wear pants all the time because they don't got legs. But Daniel does not neglect his legs, that's for sure. He's in the squat rack doing squats. He's on the doing leg press, lunges, hack squats. He's hitting it all probably. And legs actually are the biggest muscle in your body, so you really shouldn't be neglecting those. Those traps by the neck. Good ab shot.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, let's go ahead and see the novice men's tall bodybuilders come to the stage now. I need Joshua, Casey, and Danny.
So Joshua's back. He's one of our team bodybuilders, now competing in the novice men's tall category.
In third place, Casey Kaler.
Casey's back for another award. He's got a 5th place award, now a 3rd place.
In second place, Joshua Jędrzejczyk.
Young teen Joshua is second. And again, this is not because he's not lean enough. He just doesn't have the size yet. So Daniel's just got the size over the young competitor.
And in first place, Danielle Helfrich.
Actually, Joshua is leaner.
I was just thinking
Josh
that.
is leaner than
was
Danny.
leaner than Dan, but
Daniel,
in this case, size prevailed.
If you guys will put your hardware down for the camera, that would be great. Strike a pose.
Yes, it's not just a diet contest. It's about the size of the muscle as well. It's a combination of everything.
It's about losing as much fat as you can and retaining as much muscle as you can. It's not just one big diet contest.
Okay, and then we need one picture by yourself, Danny. We don't have one of those with you. Anything you'd like to do?
But yeah, in 2 or 3 years, Josh is going to give Dan a run for his money.
Alrighty, now don't go too far. Yeah, I need you to take your hardware off here and get ready to come right back out. I'm going to be turning the mic over to Mr. Fred Roulette.
Feel great, feel good. It's the first show I've ever done is bodybuilding.
First show?
First show I've ever competed in bodybuilding, so I'm feeling real good about it, real psyched about the future.
So now we have the novice overall.
And then I need Mr. Manny Ramirez and Danielle Helfrich.
It's our first overall category of the night, and basically it's going to be a competition between the first place winner of the novice men medium class and the first place winner of the novice men tall class. They battle head-to-head to see who is the overall champion of the novice division.
And judging is done right now, right here and now, whereas previously judging was done in the morning. Overalls are done on the spot.
So right now they're going to take them through a series of mandatory poses to compare them. Again, they're still looking at the 3 basic categories of symmetry, muscularity, and presentation.
Front double bicep.
And again, you can see it's pretty clear who the leaner competitor is. That's definitely number 14, Manny.
Relax. Front lat spread.
Leaner, that he's a little bit more vascular. He's more striated. You can see lots of more individual muscles.
Relax. Quarter turn to the right. Side chest.
I mean, and neither one of them even looks like they're breathing hard.
And that goes with working hard on posing practice.
Relax.
As I said before, a lot of these competitors have posing coaches, and
side tricep.
The main point is to take you through, grueling posing sessions so that when you're actually on the stage, you're not sweating profusely, you're not shaking. You can hold the poses for however long you need to.
Double biceps.
Everybody
spike
else
the
heard
calf.
what you said too.
Because when these guys are up here, and girls, when they're hitting these poses, I mean, they may make it look easy,
Relax.
but they're actually squeezing and tensing every
Last
muscle in their
spread, spike the
body
calf.
when they hit these poses. And when the judge says relax, and they get into the relaxed pose, they're not really relaxing. They're still tense
Relax.
and flexing their muscles, and that takes
Quarter
work.
turn to the right.
So essentially, you're squeezing every muscle in your body for however long you're on
Side
stage.
chest.
It could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I've seen people on stage for 30 minutes.
Relax.
So to be in shape
Side
for doing
tricep.
something like this, especially in overall, when you're up there even longer than the other competitors, it's good to be in shape and do your homework,
Relax.
do your posing practice, pose 30, 45 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week to make sure you're ready for this
Hands overhead
type
above,
of
extend
competition.
leg of
And some
choice.
people have different ways of doing this. Some people have specific days they pose. Some people pose after they've lifted while their muscles are fatigued. So when they are on stage
Relax.
fresh, it's a little easier. Just depends.
Hands on hip, extend leg of choice, flex and rotate.
Man, he's got some nice quads.
Relax. Quarter turn to the right. Side intercostal.
Intercostals are those muscles in the abdominal section that kind of go at an angle from the armpit down
Relax.
to the ab section. You can only see those if you get really lean.
Quarter turn to the right. Let's see your right hamstring.
It's a little balancing act.
I'm starting to worry about that fella over there.
Relax. Let's see your left hamstring. Relax. Quarter turn to the right. Side intercostal.
Man, Manny's intercostals are clear. It's a little harder to see Daniel's. I think Manny's got him on that pose for sure.
Relax.
And Daniel,
Face
he's
to front.
taller, so, in some cases he may appear to be bigger.
Crab most muscular.
But when you see these two standing next to each other, Manny's size and leanness is pretty much overtaking Daniel at this point.
The leaner you get, you can give the illusion of looking bigger. So even though Manny is
Relax.
physically a smaller competitor than Daniel,
I don't know if that
he
part of the
looks
audience
comparable in size because he's so lean.
Since this is the novice category, you both won your categories. You can no longer ever do novice again. You should be chasing pro qualifiers. You're that good of talent. Can we have some pose down music?
All right, the overall pose now, where the competitors can freestyle and compete against each other.
You can do any poses you want. They just turn music on, and you get the crowd involved. You're posing for the judges. Sometimes they play around with each other, like here. It's friendly competition.
Yeah, they're being good sports about it. They're having fun out there.
This looks like to be more of a friendly overall pose down. I've seen some that are just battle royale.
Yeah, some guys or girls getting in front of the other guy, trying to push him out of the
Push
way.
them out of the way. And
It's not about that.
it's not about that. No, it's you really should just be polite, and everyone's worked hard,
Okay, now, do you guys train together? That's what I thought. I was actually paying attention to these MC cards I was reading. I thought you guys even train together. Okay. So who's it going to be? 23, 14. I got like except for those guys, everybody's like silent. Okay. Now, when I said this is when a cheeseburger can hurt you, because now they're really being judged here tonight. This morning's taken out of it. Number 14, Manny Ramirez.
Manny wins the overall novice men. Yeah, he was just a little too lean today.
Put that big trophy in front of you and strike a great pose for that camera. That's a big one.
He was too lean not to take home the trophy.
Okay, congratulations.
So now Manny cannot compete in a novice competition anymore. He is no longer a novice.
He doesn't need to be anymore.
Now that he's won an overall title.
I mean, come on. Let's be real.
Let's just host a show together. We'll just call people in together and they'll hold a trophy.
Okay, now we're going to move on to open men's medium bodybuilding. And we have one routine to see here. It's James Perez from Chicago, Illinois. He's 24 years young. He's an instructor at Purdue University, Calumet, and he's a personal trainer. He would like to thank his loving mother and father and beloved girlfriend, Sarah, and her parents and all his friends for their support. He would also like to spend a special thanks to John Bobolik and Tabitha Sills at Purdue University, Calumet, for all their support and encouragement. Let's hear it for James Perez.
So we haven't seen James yet, so we'll just have one routine to see. And James is massive.
James sporting the mohawk.
He is massive.
Just coming out huge.
He is huge.
Look at this cat. This open men medium.
And the vascularity, especially in his chest, is insane.
Yeah, his chest and shoulders. Absolutely. Yeah, his upper body is looking really good, especially from the chest up. His legs need a little bit more definition, though. But he's really close.
He's really, really close. He's
they
just
definitely have the size.
Really big guy.
Amazing vascularity in his shoulders and chest.
I feel like this music is perfect for him.
See the veins, striations. Yeah, he's
with the mohawk and then
the hardcore music.
Yeah,
yeah. He's sporting the fro hawk and the red trunks.
And that's a beautiful pose for him. That side bicep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only he can pull that off.
Yeah.
James Perez.
I think this guy is a pro waiting to happen.
Absolutely.
I mean, to get that kind of size naturally is amazing. So.
And that level of vascularity.
Yeah. So hats off to James.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see the whole open men's medium division come back to the stage. Brandon Wattis, Manny Ramirez, Tom Montgomery, Tony Perimsky, Orlando Finney, and James Perez.
It's nice to see all of them on stage together. Again, we see this in the prejudging, but...
Yeah, a lot of familiar faces.
A lot of familiar faces.
In fifth place, Tom. I called out 6. Well, before we give anything out, then strike a pose for the camera.
James is just the biggest one out there. Almost like overtakes all the other competitors.
Yeah, if this was a mass competition, number 24, James Perez, he would take it for sure.
This is the open men's medium division. This is the only division where we have more competitors than we do the number of awards we're giving. And some of the routines were done earlier in the show, so I want you to see the whole category. Now everybody exits off, and I'll call out your top 5.
They're filing the open men's medium and bringing out the top 5 now, because only the top 5 can get awards, although we have 6 men in the category.
No particular order. Brandon Wattis, Tom Montgomery, Manny Ramirez, James Perez, and Tony Perimsky. Now I only have 4. Tony's up there. Well, I can't see your numbers. I got to see your numbers. Manny, Tony. Hey, where's Tom?
Tom, 60 plus.
He's my favorite guy.
Yeah, your favorite.
He's out here?
He's holding up the show.
He's wanted to make his own entrance.
He's coming out with excuses. Look at him. Come on.
He just wanted to make his own entrance.
Oh, you should know better than that, Tom. You've been out here before.
Fifth place, Tom Montgomery.
Good job.
I'm so 5th place, whatever place. I'm just so proud.
To place in an open category, that's awesome.
In 4th place, Tony Perimsky.
The king of leanness, Tony. Yeah, tan's all a part of your presentation. Yeah. Skin tone.
In third place, Brandon Wattis.
So now we have James and Manny going for first and second. James obviously being bigger, Manny being leaner.
James being way bigger.
Way bigger.
Yeah.
In second place, James Perez.
But the big man takes home second place. Because the bodybuilding competition, not a size competition.
And in first place, Manny Ramirez.
So your size and your leanness, how lean and striated you are, count.
And Manny has good size. He's not as big as James, but Manny has good size, and he's just remarkably lean.
But as you can see, it's not always the case that the bigger man wins.
Strike a pose for the camera, fellas.
Man, Manny's cleaning up. It's like 4 awards for him already tonight, and we're not even done yet.
And then, Manny, we have a picture by yourself, so we can all exit, and we'll see you back out here for the overall. We're going to move on to the open men's tall division, and we have one routine to see there. That will be Conrad Victor from Crown Point, Indiana. He's 24 years old. He works in the steel business. This is his second competition. The first one was at an AMBIF show last August in Maryville, Indiana. He would like to thank his girlfriend, Christy. She's competing in bikini today. And the family for their support and all their help with cooking. He would like to thank Joe Meyer for his posing help over the past couple weeks. And to thank OK not only for getting him involved in this sport, but also for helping him with his training and diet and posing. Let's hear it for Conrad Victor.
Conrad is the only person we haven't seen yet, open men's tall division. It's always so amazing to see these tall guys come out with so much size on them. Because a shorter bodybuilder, they say, has a more ideal frame because, you know, they just appear larger.
Compact.
Yeah, more compact and bigger. But these tall guys get it done too.
So now let's bring out, now we do only have 5 here, so we're just going to bring out the top 5 in no particular order. Let's see, Marshall Simpson, Daniel. You guys are just all going to come on out.
They know what to do by now. It was like their second and third time coming out there.
I know,
they know what to do.
In 5th place, Conrad Victor. In 4th place, Joshua Jędrzejczyk. In 3rd place, Marcel Simpson. In 2nd place, Danielle Helfrich.
Augie Anselone.
So Augie wins novice men tall, and he also wins the open men tall.
And in 1st place, Augie Anselone.
Yeah, he edged out Daniel because Daniel just wasn't quite lean enough to beat Augie. Daniel, number 23.
And you know the drill. Pose for the camera. Alrighty. Did you guys all strike a pose? Oh, okay. Everybody exit, because we got one by yourself, Augie. But I need, Marcel, I need you to stay there. No, you stay. You go. He stays. You go, Augie. Yeah. We'll get you back out here for an overall. Feed these people. You're a best poser.
Oh, you
They all got diet brain right now. Marcel is our best poser.
Best poser. That's always a fun award to win.
Thank you. Congratulations. Now, Augie, you get to come back. And Manny Ramirez, and I'm going to turn the mic over to Fred Roulette for the overall.
It's not just about lifting. It's not just about dieting. It's about stage presentation, which I take, very seriously.
That's right. If you have all those muscles and you can't show them,
Then what's the point?
you're not going to win.
All right, man, let's go. Quarter turn to the right.
So we have an overall.
Quarter turn to the right.
It's our second overall of the night.
Quarter turn to the right.
This is the open men's overall.
Quarter turn to the right.
So it's the winner of the open men's medium.
Front double biceps.
And the winner of the open men's tall. Manny Ramirez and Augie Ancelone.
Relax. Front lat spread.
And again, judges take them through all the mandatory poses, and they're being judged on the spot.
Relax. Quarter turn to the right. Side chest.
I mean, in general, they both look fantastic. Augie's big, upper body's
Relax. Side tricep.
really nice, V-taper. But Manny is just a little leaner than Augie.
Yeah, again, Manny is a smaller guy.
Relax. Quarter turn to the right.
But he's got size and he's got the leanness.
Double biceps, spike a calf.
Which makes him just overall look harder.
Yeah, his muscles look harder. They're more veiny and grainy and vascular.
Relax.
And good separation in the muscles in each muscle group.
Lat spread, spike a calf.
So the story of the night has been Manny's leanness, basically. His leanness has allowed him to take over guys that were honestly bigger than him, right?
Yes.
Like James Perez, for
Quarter turn to the
example.
right. Side chest.
Absolutely. James Perez and now possibly Augie.
Correct.
Maybe his next victim.
Relax. Side tricep. Relax.
Manny's got those
Side intercostal.
defined legs, and legs really do win shows because not a lot of guys come in with those lean,
Relax.
striated and separated
Quarter turn
legs
to the
like
right.
Manny has right now.
Hands overhead abdominals. Extend leg of choice.
The level of dieting to get your legs to look like that is essentially why a lot of men don't come in with their legs in.
Relax. Hands on hip. Extend leg of choice. Flex and rotate.
You can see all four muscles in the quadriceps of Manny's legs. Look at that.
You can see the cross striations, though, of it too.
Relax. Hands on hip. Crab most muscular.
It's a variation of the crab most muscular. It's a hands on hips most muscular pose.
Relax.
Now here's the crowd favorite.
Crab most muscular.
And it's not just about the upper body. It's about the legs, too, when you do these poses. So everything is flexing.
Oh, yeah, a lot of competitors will pose with their upper body and they'll forget their legs, or they'll pose with their legs and they'll forget their upper body.
Relax.
Augie's looking real surprised right now. He's focused. He's trying to win an overall.
Once again, you guys need to move on. You need to do pro qualifiers. You need to be in bigger shows. Can we get some pose down music?
All right, the pose down. Sort of to get to show everybody what they're made of. You see they'll transition a little bit faster between poses to get as many in as they can. Now's not the time to be holding poses forever. You
Right.
just hit the pose and move on to the next one.
Right. When the judges are taking you through the poses, you have to hold it for as long as they tell you. But here, it's pretty much a freestyle.
And again, you pick what's best for you in this.
And you'll see the athletes walking back and forth across the stage just because the judges are lined up next to each other. So you want to make sure all the judges get to see their poses.
Now, you realize that when you're done here, you're really not done. We still have urine. You got it.
Yeah, Jan was
All right.
reminding the competitors the champion has to get urine tested.
Mhm.
So don't run off yet
Don't run off. Yeah, if
to
you
the
leave
after
the
party.
venue, you actually forfeit your win.
There we go.
That's the good thing about these natural competitions. They take it very seriously, the integrity of the competition.
Absolutely. You have to get drug tested right away, and then you're good to go.
Okay, who's it gonna be? Augie or Manny? All right. Your overall winner for the North Central Natural Bodybuilding Figure and Bikini Championships tonight is Mr. Manny Ramirez.
Manny takes it all home. He cleans up.
Oh, that was awesome. I truly think that was well deserved.
Absolutely. He definitely came in ready to win.
And his bag is from NutriShop. Big sponsor out there in the lobby, NutriShop. Thank you all for coming. This concludes the show. We'll see you at the after party. Thank you for being a wonderful audience, and thank the judges for our hard work this morning and this evening.
I had a good night.
Obviously.
I came to see you how many times now? I feel like your roommate now. It was a good night.
And, you got some guys here with you?
Yes, I got my fellow teammates here supporting me. Team set.
Okay.
Set to win.
There you have it. That concludes the 3rd annual North Central Natural Bodybuilding Figure and Bikini Championships. We saw some phenomenal men's and women's bodybuilding competitors.
We saw some wonderful bikini and figure physiques. We're your hosts, Corinne and Jason Perro. Hope to see you next year.